British media reported that the UK government has obtained the newest risk assessment report on Huawei from intelligence agencies, and the report may urge Prime Minister Boris Johnson to make major policy changes. Another intelligence report claims that the Chinese Communist Party is secretly rallying and bribing British elites to support Huawei. The UK's Daily Mail published an article on July 6th stating that Christopher Steele, former intelligence officer at the Secret Intelligence Services, MI6, and Arthur Snell, former UK diplomat, published a report, China's Elite Capture, in which many British elites are mentioned. The list of elites mentioned include the Lord Lieutenant of London, Sir Kenneth Olisa, and former chairman of British Telecommunications Group, Sir Mike Rake. Both are currently serving as non-executive board of directors of Huawei's subsidiaries in the UK. The former UK government's chief information officer, John Suffolk, who is now the global head of cybersecurity at Huawei, Lord Clement Jones, who is a Liberal Democrat peer and spokesman for the digital economy in the House of Lords and former Huawei advisor, and Sarah Wollaston, former chairman of the Liaison Committee, are also on the list. The report alleges that these individuals were secretly solicited and bribed by the CCP. The dossier described the Chinese telecoms firm as Beijing's strategic asset and cited fears it could be used for state spying. It said politicians, academics, and other elites in the UK had been targeted by China in an attempt to secure their support for Huawei's integration into Britain's technology infrastructure. The dossier also alleged the origins of China's elite capture of the UK come from the David Cameron era. George Osborne, Cameron's finance minister, spearheaded a drive to encourage Chinese investment into the UK and minimize any UK criticism of China's human rights record.
The purpose of CCP's infiltration in the UK is to transform the world into communism. It uses money to infiltrate, offers economic benefits to those politicians and elites in Western countries. In every country, a large number of politicians take the side of the CCP, serve the CCP, and even provide intelligence information to the CCP for self-interest. This is a very serious situation.
Britain's spies fear a cell set up in the UK to monitor Huawei will not prevent the Chinese from spying on communications. A covert manipulation campaign was coordinated by Chinese authorities on the dark web for more than 2 years, and there's evidence that a state actor sought to hack the cell's activities by offering up to £600,000 to guns for hire on the dark web. The report disclosed that China's main objectives are to establish a presence in the UK's critical national infrastructure, including power, such as the nuclear power station at Hinkley Point, and telecoms with Huawei.
Britain is a very important country. Traditionally, it has a close relationship with the US and has one of the best economies in both Europe and around the world. Therefore, it is a dream for the CCP to control the UK by infiltrating. Through infiltration in the UK, the CCP will be able to affect the US, drag US feet, or even change the structure of the world. The infiltration in the UK serves an important purpose for the CCP when it is fighting the US and the West.
At the same time, a powerful alliance of at least 60 Tory MPs, including a string of former ministers, is threatening to vote down any attempt to allow Huawei into the system.
Now the CCP sent the world an extremely crazy message through the imposition of the national security law in Hong Kong, and that is the law the CCP will govern the entire world. This is actually a declaration of war on the world. The ambassador of China to the UK, Liu Xiaoming, even threatened and warned Britain not interfere with China's affairs or might suffer consequences. His expression is way worse than Nazi and terrorists. Strictly speaking, this type of threat has already far surpassed the spy issues that the MI6 mentioned.
On July 5th, the Sunday Times reported that ministers on the National Security Council will approve a policy in the next 2 weeks to ban the purchase of any new Huawei equipment by the end of this year. This paves the way for Huawei technology to be removed completely from the existing part of the 5G network. China Research Group, CRG, formed by Tory members of the British Parliament, has been promoting the idea that Britain should ban Huawei. The group is led by the chairman of Britain's Foreign Affairs Committee, Tom Gudenhat, who indicated that he welcomes the government to change its mind on Huawei. I don't want to see any critical national infrastructure at risk of being in any way controlled by potentially hostile state vendors. Boris Johnson told the Evening Standard newspaper, "We have to think very carefully about how to proceed now."